I'm just having so many like thoughts and reflections on my year and thinking about my next year, because today I just sat and like planned out all of my international travel. Well, it was already planned, but I really just sat and put everything in my Google Calendar, because if you know me, to know me is to know that I love a Google Calendar. Like everything needs to be in there. Just all the big things that need to happen in 2025, I put in my calendar, right? And I was just thinking like, oh my gosh, it's so crazy, because this is like around the time where, you know, everyone reflects about their year and thinks about their next year. And it was just crazy because this time last year I set a plan to travel every month of 2024, and I'm literally gonna be 10 out of 12. Like 10 months out of 12 months I did that. I achieved that. And it would have been 12 out of 12 if I pushed myself and if I like overdid it. But personally, like as someone that like craves routine, and I love, like, don't get me wrong, I love change, I love new things, but I also deeply, like, if you know me actually, you know that I go to Pilates, I work out at least like twice a week. Like I have to do that. I make breakfast every day, I make my matcha lemonade every day. Like I'm a very like meticulous like routine person, like low key. With that being said, I took July, and this is another reason why having calendar is good, because you are able to look back and reflect and like really just see everything you've done, right? So in July I just like locked in, bro. I didn't miss a week of doing Pilates 3 times a week. I just want that for me for November. Like November especially, well, initially my plans for not traveling were because obviously election months are very like tense, and I just don't want to be out there in that, you know what I'm saying? So that was the real reason why I didn't plan any travel for November, because I wasn't gonna go to Tokyo in November. But like then once I was like, nah, because if they start doing some shit and I get trapped in Japan, November, I'm taking November to myself. People that only travel like a few times of the year, they don't really get that like traveling does like require like a lot of like mental work. It's good work, but it's a lot of work. So essentially I'm gonna take November to myself. But even with that, I was just sitting here driving and I was like, it's so crazy like that I was able to do that. I just turned 23 a few weeks ago. September 27th is my birthday, and like I really did that. I did my big one at 22. Like the people that are like super invested in like my traveling and stuff, for all y'all wondering, I am not setting that goal for 2025. I have 4 international trips planned next year, all separate places. This year I did Amsterdam, Sweden, Barcelona, London, and Paris. We're like within 2 trips, if that makes sense. And honestly, like that's just what I plan. And that's just such like the interesting about like planning, is that like you can plan all you want, but like God gonna show you like what he wants to show you, you know what I'm saying? Like if God says, okay, you're gonna go on 10 international trips next year, and it's just gonna be what happens. Like I have no control of that. Like, hey God, like listen, just use this video as your sign to like look back on the goals that you set yourself, and like even if you didn't meet the goal, like see how far you come within that goal. Comparison is like the thief of joy, right? But at the same time, you gotta think and be grateful, and like think about the fact like, wait a second, it's some people that don't ever go internationally in their whole life. Think about that and like sit in that. It's some people that would never get their passport. And yes, there's also some people that travel internationally literally every other week. Point is, be grateful for you where you are, because at the end of the day, you're doing your big one. If nobody else gives you flowers, I'm here giving you your flowers right now, period. Because I know it's a lot of haters in the world. And it's a lot of low-key haters. And we don't fuck with them. That's it. I'm just happy to be back in my YouTube era. Like, I'm about to get something to eat real quick, and then go home and literally edit my New York video, because I was recording the whole time. I didn't record on my camera just because I thought that would put too much pressure on me, and like I'm not gonna go on a tangent, but that's exactly what I mean. Like just know your boundaries, you know what I'm saying? Like know who you are, like know your limits. Like know like, okay, like if I bring this big ass camera, am I actually gonna use it? Am I done reading? Because there's actually another thing I want to say is to all my girls and my women out there, don't ever, I don't care if it's a job, I don't care if it's a relationship, I don't care what it is. If you're working a job and your boss or your client, like whatever the relationship it is, if you are feeling disrespected and there's no way to X them out the picture, remove yourself. Never be afraid to remove yourself from a situation, because at the end of the day, you know your value, you know your worth. Editing Naya here to also say that they probably need you more than you need them, so literally let them feel the fact that you left. These little boys, they don't have shit on you, frankly. Good chat. I'll see y'all in my next video, whatever that is. I say whatever that is, but I am really trying to put myself back into like my YouTube thing, just because I love YouTube. Like, I don't know, and I genuinely have always loved YouTube. I hope y'all like my last video, because y'all not seeing this video until that video, so like, I hope y'all like my last video. Look at me, period. Okay, bye.